Hello and welcome to Flippin Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today, it's back. We have the proper screwdriver. I apologize for anybody that was thrown off last week by the absence of old screwdriver. What? I don't know. Maybe it should be named. Maybe it shouldn't be named. I don't know. Leave a comment down below if you have a name for this screwdriver. Anyway, today we are flipping through Mad Magazine number 43, released December 1958. Cover price 25 cents, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, I would like, oh great, now when I go back, the titles are going to go. Okay, well, just mentally prepare for that very jarring thing to happen. I apologize for that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, please hit like, hit subscribe, help this channel grow. 437 subscribers. That's what I'm at now, and it's exciting. I am excited, and I think you are too. If you want to support me in another way, patreon.com/flippinthrough, flippinthrough.com. Flippinthrough.com. It's a legitimate website, and it'll lead you everywhere. It'll lead you to all the social media stuff, which I don't use, where you can get this shirt, this sweatshirt, and additionally, it'll bring you to that Patreon. If you want to kick me a couple bucks a month, even $1, you get a 6 set of stickers, which will be on display just momentarily. But I want to say thank you to those people who do support me on Patreon. Tom Richmond, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Ed Meisinger, Rob Wilson, Rod Mead Sperry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Uri, and Kyle Bridget. Thank you guys so much for the support. I hope that I can keep on earning it. That's it. Okay, hold on. It's going to happen. Just wait. There, I stopped it. Now, I do have to fix this, though, because I flipped this over. I flip it over because sometimes I do projects at this desk, and I want to be able to not ruin my beautiful stickers, so I cut things up on the other side. Anyway, this is an old issue. Mad Magazine number 43. I'm using madcoversite.com to help me explain some stuff about this. And the first thing that I need to explain is, look at this, defaced. There's no other way to describe it other than defaced. Look at this. This is what it's supposed to look like. Do you see? Yeah. This is what it looks like. Do you see the problem? Oh, I wonder if I could line them up perfectly. Probably not perfectly. What happened? Well, a young little Pruitt, who wrote his name right there, little Prue, that's what we call him. Little Prue, he wrote his name up there, and then he drew sideburns, the classic unibrow, filling it in. Look at the little pencil mustache, like Clark. What is it? Clark Gable, and then a little Van Dyke mustache. He got it all. The only thing, if I have to give Pruitt some feedback on this, it's you left out the eye patch. That is also something that we look for when drawing on somebody's face in a magazine. This is just a lovely Kelly Freas cover, and it's I don't know. It feels kind of wholesome. It almost seems like who's that? Norman Rockwell. It seems like Rockwellian. He's a scarecrow, but he's scaring nothing away. In fact, he seems to be attracting animals. There's a curious ape over here, and look at this giraffe with its head cocked slightly. A freaking brontosaurus, a moose, a green. No, that's probably a blue heron. That's what I would say. Yeah, it's lovely. It's amusing. Is it funny? I don't know. I think Pruitt made it funny. And then the beautiful Harvey Kurtzman MAD logo. There's never been a better MAD logo. I think that is something that you'd be hard pressed to convince me otherwise of. Here we go. Oh, the American Express account checks. And look at, they even spelled, this is, you know, this magazine is old because this is how they spelled checks. Also the condition. I never carry more than $50 in cash, says Brigitte Bardot. Brigitte, is it Brigitte Bardot? In fact, I never carry any cash, mainly because I don't need to. Because she's a famous movie actress. Why? Exactly. Everything is gratis. Everything is on the house. Here we have, I do want to point out a few things. That's kind of, not funny. Funny isn't the word. Amusing. Interesting. That's what it is. Here you have publisher William Gaines, editorial Al Feldstein, art director John Putnam, production Lenny Brenner, ideas Jerry DeFuccio, contributing artists Wally Wood, Bob Clark, Don Martin, Frank Kelly Freeze. What? Frank Kelly Freeze. George Woodbridge, Mort Drucker, Joe Orlando, Dave Berg. Contributing writers Danny Kaye and Milton Schaefer, Bob and Ray, Tom Koch, Albert Meglin, Frank Jacobs, Alfred E. Newman. Now, I think that perhaps this wasn't uncommon. I don't know why. It just stood out to me right now. But Danny Kaye and Bob and Ray, I think they're, I know, you guys, you fellas are going to know a lot more about these dudes than I do. They're like old comedians, right? And then we know, but it seemed like, they got top billing, I think, because they were a bit of a draw. So having them in your magazine is, I think, impressive, or would draw people in. It's why on this cover here, I'm not going to turn the pages just because it's so brittle. Right there at the top, Danny Kaye, Bob, and Ray. Wrong one. There we go. And then we have our departments. Let's see how I can do on the vital features. It's not your typical 6 vital features, okay? This is hardcore. I'm already stumped. Who is this? It's not Bob Clark. Now, I have a little bit of a... I think this is maybe Joe Orlando. I think that's who that is. I think this right here, End of Comics, we know this. This is Wally Wood. Wally Wood is the guy who got to do all those comics. Future Magazine Mergers. This looks closer to Woodbridge. Or, oh, geez, I don't know. This, no idea. What's this? It's like this teeny tiny doodle. This is George Woodbridge, though. That's Bob Clark. That's a Clark leg. I know a Clark leg when I see one, and that's one of them. And then, who's that? Oh, crime in Italy. Well, some of these... Oh, know what that is? This is Mort Drucker. This might be Joe Orlando, or maybe this one. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. I'm not going to get a good score. I know that, all right? I've come to terms with it already. Let's move on. I feel like these issues were always longer, too, so there will be... Oh, I was totally off. I should have gone with my gut instinct. The MVTBA Awards, the Most Valuable Television Baseball Actor Awards. This is George Woodbridge. Man, George Woodbridge has that style, that you would see later on, where it's like, I don't know. This seems almost like an ad style. Some of these, like, I don't know, maybe closer to like Bob Clark stuff. But like later Woodbridge, you get that stuff that I've pointed out before with like the puffy-cheeked people. And this ain't it. So I forgive myself for screwing this up. National Anthem Acting Award to Harry Jingo of St. Louis for the best performance by a player during the playing of the Star Spangled Banner before the game on July 28th when he shuffled his feet 44 times, shattering the old mark of 38, kicked the ground 27 times, 4 better than the old record, and switched his gum from one side of his mouth to the other 19 times. He wasn't even chewing gum at the time. People have been bored by the national anthem forever. With all this emphasis on the need for more specialized technical education in the age of satellites, American newspapers may soon be pressured into dropping their comics in favor of more elevating material, like correspondence school ads. Should this ever happen, MAD suggests what the wind-up installments may look like as we finally reach the end of comics. And of course, who did this? It is Wally Wood, signed right down there. He was so great at it. Oh, yeah, my man. I know you guys have heard me talk about this, but this is Mandrake the Magician and his sidekick, Lothar. Now, what's very interesting is they didn't even change it. That's his name and everything. Mandrake the Magician uses his hypnotic power to, not unlike the Shadow, but he doesn't become invisible, but he can make people see stuff that they would not otherwise see. Whereas the Shadow is, uses his hypnotic powers to cloud men's minds. As we all know, Mandrake the Magician is superior in that he's not just hiding. He can make them see other things. He also has Lothar, and Lothar is strong as hell, and he's going to beat your ass if the magic doesn't work. So that's my rundown of Mandrake the Magician. He was also a defender of Earth later in his career. I don't know. You got to check it out. It's great. They've done pretty nice collections of the strips. I have some of his strips. I have some of the dailies. Lee Falk, I believe, is the... Anyway, this isn't the number one Mandrake the Magician channel. I'm sorry, guys. Look, Lothar, the Venusians have sent a courier to us. Don't feed me that old jazz. You're not just hypnotizing me into thinking there's a giant ant over there. Right, and now I'll hypnotize you into believing you're an adolescent ibex. I've learned to resist your hypnotic powers, Mandrake, and I've also been taking a little course in hypnotism myself by mail. Look deep into my eyes, Mandrake. You are now a mummified beagle. No, stop. Too bad I dropped the course before I learned how to snap him out of it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it was 1958 Ming Features. It was King. King Comics was what syndicated Mandrake the Magician. You guys thought I was just joking when I told you I love Mandrake the Magician? No, I wasn't joking. I don't joke about Mandrake the Magician, okay? Never have and never will. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk with an artist. I'm going to commission a piece of art where I'm drawn as Mandrake the Magician in a tuxedo and everything. Yeah, I think I've said it many times before how impressed I am with his ability to mimic other artists' style. I don't have as keen of an eye for Dick Tracy as I do for Mandrake the Magician. But, I don't know. Look at Little Abner. That looks a lot like Little Abner to me. I'm just very impressed by things like that. And I feel like it shows a mastery of the cartooning arts to be able to mimic everybody. Look at Little Abner done by Cal App instead of Al Cap. Get it? Al Cap, famous anti-communist, right? Wasn't he? I think he did. He really put the screws on those commies, I think. All over the country today, Big, powerful companies are merging with other big, powerful companies so they can cut production costs, eliminate competition, and mainly get bigger and more powerful. The way we at MAD figure, the day may not be far off when companies publishing some of the big, slick magazines will be following the same trend. And here's what we'll all be reading as a result of these future magazine mergers. Wow, first off, the more things change, the more they stay the same. I mean, what happened? Focus on this. Focus. Okay, very good. And I think this is pretty true of publishing, right? Like, aren't tons of these like owned by the... Hey, wait, what am I thinking? Mad Magazine is owned by AT&T. So the telephone company. Imagine telling that to somebody like in the what year is this? In December 1958. You know that the telephone company? Yeah. The telephone company is going to own Mad Magazine. Boy, that's interesting, they would say. This is what I really want to get into. Scenes we would like to see. The Frogmen, Joe Orlando. Joe Orlando never produced, I don't know, I feel like I say the same stuff every single time. But hey, it's like Stan Lee said, every issue is somebody's first issue. So I should repeat myself every single time so people, even new viewers, will know how brilliant I am. I feel like Joe Orlando never looked as good in MAD as he looked in the other EC stuff. And if you look at his EC work, Joe Orlando is amazing. In MAD, I think there's a reason why he's not a name that pops into people's head as far as artists go. And you listen, I kind of like Mad Magazine. I'm pretty fond of it. He's never an artist that comes to mind. If you told me to name my top 10 artists, even like old artists, not modern era artists, I don't think I would name him. The Frogmen. Oh, look at here's a Nazi scuba diver. Oh no. Oh, okay. Here's the Admiral. Well, Vice Admiral. Uh-oh. Oh, look at... Is that one of ours? Oh, yeah, he tells them, you get in there too. Okay. All right, I spoiled it for myself. I like this, though. Kaboom! Kaboom! Ah, shit. Where are they going to go? Would you team up? All right. Would you team up with the other guy? You are the Nazi in this situation. I'm the American. Would you team up with me? I don't know. I'm a real patriot. I don't know if I would team up with you. The Electricians. Here we have some beautiful early Don Martin. Did I ever do a first appearances of Don Martin? First appearances? I got to start doing those videos again. What am I thinking? This is one of those funny things that they would do where, I don't know, it's like you started off as a comic book. We just read a comic. And now we get another comic, but you number the panels as though we are uncertain otherwise what to do. And so, I don't know, maybe because it reads across the page totally, but I don't know. I think the reader would figure it. Oh, excuse me. I think the reader would figure it out. Who knows, though? But, I mean, I don't know. This is like, this is pretty great. This is a pretty great one to go through. Oh, here we have, before the Mad Marginals, we have these, right? too many cooks indicate a union shop. Too many cooks indicate a union shop. Up here we have, where there's smoke, there's cancer. Oh, all right. Jeez, guys. Anyway, let's finish this up. My guess is you need a new toaster, lady. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Here we have Wallace Wood. Then look at Wally Wood doing a totally different style. He's wonderful. If Hollywood directors staged advertising photos, like there is this, is it an obsession with advertising that Mad Magazine had? Like, what was it? Like, was it just Mad Magazine, or was everybody wild about advertising? Maybe it was just that they were in New York, the home of advertising. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I wonder what it was that made them so fixated on that. I get cigarettes, right? It's like, it's a health thing. Cigarette companies were lying to people. They were saying like, no, it's not addictive, and it is addictive. And they were saying, no, it's not cancerous, and it was cancerous. So I don't know. It's just I'm just curious about that. In the beginning, man purchased meats, fruits, vegetables, and all from other things he needed, and all the other things he needed to live by means of push carts. But man is creative. I think I got to keep going. I have to keep going. This is all about push carts. Oh, this whole thing is about push carts. And there's not even an introduction to it. It's just about push carts. But look at this. Oh, sorry guys. That was horrible. But look at this artwork. And do you know who did this freaking beautiful artwork? Oh man, look at this. Look at this. This should tip you off. This little jacked up face, and same with this one, it should tip you off. This is artwork. Beautiful artwork. Oh my God, by Dave Berg. Look at this. Look at that. Okay, now you know it's Dave Berg because the perspective is all like just a little off. But my goodness. Jeez Louise. This is worth it, right? Like this is, you got to stop and appreciate beautiful artwork. Even when, it's coming from the place you least suspect it. David Berg. Oh man, I love it. What a joy. What a joy to get some of his old art. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. Health chairs. Here's some Bob Clark right here. Look at this. Blood circulation is improved by the modern adjustable reclining chair. I mean, this whole thing, this is beautiful. All of this, the different styles that he uses, like this, like not really a technical drawing. It's like something else. I don't know. And then this artistic representation. Oh, and then we're done. Some of the things, it's like there's so much to it, and then it's just like, oh, now we're done. Oh, this is in one of the reprints. This is the Mort Drucker, beautiful Mort Drucker. Look at this image right here. This was in one of the recent reprints, I think the Halloween one, I believe. The Mad Treasury of Unknown Poetry. This has to be my guy, right? Frank Jacobs. And, pictures by Joe Orlando, but not attributed to anybody. As I'd wandered lonely as a clod. Hiawatha by Longfellow. William Worthless Shortfellow. In the bar called Gitchy Goomy. Why wouldn't he say gloomy? Where they serve the giggle water. Way uptown on 82nd, near the restaurant, Nokomis. Up by Feldman's Bagel Factory. There, the shoe clerk, Melvin Watha. This is a really big poem where I'm from. I'm from Minnesota. And so like all of those are, it's like this, it's the story of Hiawatha, this princess, this Indian princess, but all of those like Nokomis, Hiawatha, it all comes from that area, names of lakes and rivers. And so it's like, I don't know, special. There's like neighborhoods in my old hometown named after him. And I don't know. I like Longfellow. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm a poet, okay? Special. I have a poet's heart. Special lamps for reading magazines. This is so dumb. Is this Bob Clark too? I don't see a thing, but I mean, this is Bob Clark, right? True Romance. The Motor Trend. Reading MAD. God, this is fun. I'm all turned around on this one. Misleading headlines. Entire family poisoned by enraged housewife. Fungus, Maryland. Mrs. Sarah Clunk poisoned every member of the family of field mice that had made their home in her attic today. Exposed wire shocks lineman. Hank Schlub, right guard for the Winston-Salem Filters pro football team, was shocked today when he walked into his house and discovered an open telegram laying at his feet. The wire announced that Schlub had been traded to Biloxi. These are fun. I like these. Highway toll mounts over weekend. Highway toll mounts over. What could this be? Toll takers at the new 3-mile Acme superhighway reported that more drivers paid tolls over the past weekend than ever before. A total of 23 cars passed over the 8-lane stretch between Friday and Sunday. This was the largest total since the new highway was opened. Okay. Strike called. Thousands walk out. I think I already it must be a baseball strike, people leaving the stadium. 3,000 disappointed baseball fans walked out of the Kazanovsky Field last night after East Fringe shortstop Felix Dilk, last man to bat, received a called third strike. Poor guy. Here we have the new baby. Here's the Danny Kaye department. Danny Kaye. What do I know Danny Kaye from? Know who I think of when I look at him? Donald O'Connor. He kind of looks like Donald O'Connor, right? From Singing in the Rain. Anyway, it's like a little adolescent Danny Kaye. This is kind of disturbing. Pictures by Wally Wood. Ma, do you think I'm jealous about the new baby? I'm not. We're going to go through this, all right? I'm not going to read the introduction to it because that's like 5 paragraphs long, but we're going to read this one. Ma, do you think I'm jealous of the new baby? I'm not. I love the new baby. I love the new baby. Today I was playing with the eyes. This is so disturbing. And I stuck my finger in her ear. Oh, look at the little eyes. Was that Pruitt that did that? And I was holding her tongue. And she didn't even cry. I loved the new baby. I loved the new baby. Boom. Oh. Ma, are you going to keep that new baby? Oh, my goodness. Those illustrations. Listen, I don't know that I found it especially funny. I found the drawings very funny, though. Coming musicals, Crossed Wires. Who did this beautiful artwork? Look at Alfred E. Newman, IND. What is that? Here's some Bob Clark. What'd I tell you? I told you those are Bob Clark legs. Don't you ever doubt me again when it comes to Bob Clark. Top song hits from coming musicals. We're going to skip over that. The End of the Perfect Day. I kind of like this style of Don Martin. I don't know. It's not like sometimes I've noticed that like when I was a kid, like going back to like early, I would buy like compilations or like collections of newspaper strip things, like ones that I was reading currently and weren't reprints. And I always found that I liked the most recent work better. It always felt more refined, more finished, more familiar, but that's more of a bias. But I kind of like this style. I mean, like, you're not going to mistake it for anybody else's, but Don Martin's, but it's going to be, I don't know, it just not quite the same. Not quite the same. I think I like the early stuff better. The Smith Shop. I mean, this is like this stuff, you know, we're already at 31 minutes, and it's like I'm not even done yet. Old Mad was so dense, and it was so freaking good. Like, look at this. If you can, like, pause and just, like, look at this stuff. It's amazing. Oh, man. It's just, yeah, it's something else. You know, it's like these gizmos that, like, I don't know. I find myself at a loss for words. Woodlore, a guide to dangers hunters should avoid in the forest. Who did this artwork? This looks... Who is this? Oh, this is George Woodbridge. Okay. I'm just going to let you pause that and enjoy it. And then... Oh, here he is again. Here he is again. Old Danny Kaye, drawn by Wally Wood. Oh, these are my boats. There's the cruiser. There's the destroyer. There's the motorboat. There's the battleship. And over there's in the corner is my big toe is the LMFOT. The only trouble is they all sink. All except one. The submarine. It's like, it's kind of dumb, but I like the illustrations. The illustrations really redeem it. And then here you go. You'll go far in the MAD t-shirt. Man, how cool would it be to reproduce that? To get like a nice version of it, like scan it, reproduce it. I bet you'd get in trouble, right? Would I get a cease and desist if I found one and then just reproduced it? Probably. Anyway, hey, look at this. This is a classic, the Norman Rockwell, crust toothpaste. Were they the first to do that crust? Like, call it crust? I mean, I know, like, Wacky Packages did it. I don't know. Must have been is that low-hanging fruit? Hey, guys, listen up. You tuned in, and I appreciate it. Please hit like, hit subscribe, leave comments down below. Go to flippinthrough.com. Check that out. I don't know. That's all. That's all you should do. But with that, thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.